Hi, thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona, and hopefully today with our picks and your picks, it's going to be another profitable day for you. Tuesday, April 16th, Major League Baseball slate. Just a reminder, if you're new to our show, first of all, welcome. Second part is we fade or follow four teams that we bet on: Cubs, Dodgers, Royals, and Orioles. We have leans on other games, but those are the four games that we do play. So let's get started with all the games. First game up, 1:10 Eastern, so 10:10 here in Phoenix. Rangers, Tigers, 1-0 finish in game one of the set. We got Casey Mize, John Gray pitching in this one. Expect a lot more scoring in this matchup than that 1-0 game on Monday. Would lean slightly towards the Rangers in this particular matchup on this one. Next game up, 6:35 Eastern. Twins at the Orioles. We are on this game. Baltimore takes game one, 7-4. Gunnar Henderson with a good day. Jordan Westberg with a good day. Colton Cowser, though, 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. A little shocking, as hot as he's been to start off the season. Twins are struggling to score, although they did put up 4, but it was against Cole Irvin. They're not going to have that same success against Grayson Rodriguez, I don't think. Orioles against Mr. Paddock should be able to, I think, score that 5 to 7 run mark, I think, pretty consistently against him. So we do like the Orioles in this one. Let's give you all those bets that we have for the Orioles here. Give me one. I tell you I'm going to have stuff going on and then it's not there, right? What the heck is going on? Like, I wouldn't be mad if you're mad at me too. So let's get you those bets here. Orioles money line, -1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Orioles over 4.5 team total. Orioles minus a half a run, first 3, 5, and 7 innings. Adley Rutschman, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. And we'll go back to Cowser, home run, double, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. So one more time in this Orioles and Twins matchup, game 2 of the series. Orioles money line, -1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Orioles over the 4.5 team total. Orioles minus a half a run, first 3, 5, and 7 innings. Adley Rutschman, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. Cowser, homer, double, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. Next game up on the board, 6:40 Eastern time, 3:40 here in Phoenix. Phillies, Rockies, low scoring game 1. Gomber and Suarez pitching in game 2. Should be these games should be like total of 10 easy, I would think, in this Rockies Phillies series. Would lean a little bit here towards the Phillies, but expect a lot of runs to be scored on that one. Also with Gomber being the left-hander, Trey Turner if you're looking for a batter prop. Next game up, 6:40 Eastern time as well. 3:40 here in Phoenix. Giants, Marlins. Weathers pitching for the Marlins in Miami. Jordan Hicks pitching again for the Giants. Hicks has actually moved from reliever role to starter, and he's pitched really well in his starts in this one. So we would have a slight lean here towards the Giants. Not a heavy bet, but maybe a small wager on that one. Next game up, 6:50 Eastern time, 3:50 here in Phoenix. Angels, Rays. Aaron Savali, one of our favorite pitchers for the Rays. He's got an under 2.5 ERA so far this season against Soriano for the Angels. I think the Angels were beating up the Rays, in the game 1 of this series. I don't expect game 2 to go like that, so we would be all over the Rays in that one. Next game up, Yankees, Blue Jays. Yankees, let's see, at 7:07 Eastern time, so 4:07, that lovely Toronto start of 7:07 Eastern. Carlos Rodon versus UC for the Blue Jays. We're not a Carlos Rodon fan. I bet against him almost every chance I get. It hasn't been profitable so far this season, but we would take the Blue Jays in game 2 of this set after they win game 1 in that one. Next game up, 7:10 Eastern time. Guardians, Red Sox. Guardians with a 6-0 win on Patriots Day. Everybody in Boston's pissed off. So what do we got going on here? BB versus Whitlock. Don't let the ERAs fool you. BB's a lot better pitcher than that just under 6 ERA in that one. Guardians have been on fire, folks. I mean, they've been hitting, they've been pitching. They're 11-5 for a reason going into this matchup here. We'd have a slight lean again with the Guardians. Is we don't think the Red Sox are like a 75-win team. So the fact that they're 9-8 now, expect some regression in that one there. Next game up, Pirates-Mets. No starting pitcher announced yet for the Pirates at 7:10 Eastern Time in New York. Quintana pitching for the Mets. The one thing I can say is I don't expect a lot of runs in this game. Pittsburgh's pitching staff is excellent. Quintana's been holding teams down. Maybe a 4-3 game, 3-2 game, 4-2 game, something to that effect. Wouldn't have a lean either side, but to the under in that particular matchup. Next game we are on, Royals-White Sox. Royals at 7:40 Eastern Time in Chicago, Southside Chicago. We got Brady Singer, who's pitched masterfully in his first few starts against Cannon for the White Sox. Looks like they found another rookie to bring up here. The White Sox are 2-13 for a reason, folks. They're the worst team in baseball. I don't know how much easier, harder, or what you want me to say on that one. But the Royals should easily, I think, handle the White Sox in this one. So we'll give you the bets that we've got so far. Royals money line, -1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Royals over the 4.5 team total. Royals -0.5 run, first 5 innings, -1.5 runs, front 7. Bobby Witt, home run, double, over 2.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. We don't have another batter selected. We will pick another batter prop. I apologize, but they just announced the starter, so having a little hard time kind of finding a matchup that we really like. So far in the Royals-White Sox game, Royals money line, -1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Royals over the 4.5 team total. Royals -0.5 run, first 3 and 5 innings. Royals -1.5 run, front 7. Bobby Witt, homer, double, over 2.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. And make sure you come back and check out our Google Sheets, as we will have updated another batter prop in that one for sure. Let's see, next game up on the board, 7:40 Eastern Time as well. Padres-Brewers. Dylan Cease, Wade Miley here. Dylan Cease has pitched great. 2 ERA and 1-1. Strikes a bunch of people out. That Brewers offense has put up a bunch of runs that we did not expect them to put up, especially with Yelich out. In that one, Wade Miley's pitched fine so far this season. The right-handed sticks against the left-hander. I mean, you're looking at Machado and Tatis, Campusano, stuff like that for the Padres. Actually, I expect a low-scoring game in this one here, so probably would lean towards the under, maybe a slight lean towards the Brewers, but not much of one. Next game up, 8:10 Eastern Time, 5:10 here in Phoenix. Braves, Astros, second game of the set. Lopez versus Hunter Brown. Brown has pitched absolutely like garbage through his first few starts, so pound the Braves here, and don't worry about it. Brown has just been absolutely just ugly through his first few starts. Next game up, 9:40 Eastern Time, 6:40 out here in Phoenix. We get a local game. Cubs, second game of the set against the D-backs. Kyle Hendricks, Tommy Henry pitching. It's really simple in this one here. The Cubs struggle sometimes with left-handed pitchers. I don't know why. They really don't. They have a ton of right-handed hitting, but seem to struggle a little bit with lefties. Expect Henry to have a kind of a bounce-back game here. And Kyle Hendricks is on the horrible side so far this season. He has not pitched well. Expect the D-backs to have a pretty good game here and take home a win. So the D-backs money line, -1.5, 2.5, and 3.5 on the run line. D-backs over 4.5 team total. D-backs -0.5 run, first 3, 5, and 7 innings. Corbin Carroll, home run, double. Over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. Lourdes Gurriel, home run, double, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. So one more time, D-backs Cubs. We're on the D-backs again tonight. D-backs money line, -1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. D-backs over the 4.5 team total. D-backs -0.5 run, first 3, 5, and 7 innings. Corbin Carroll, home run, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. Gurriel, homer, double, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. Next game on the board, Reds, Mariners, Hunter Green, Logan Gilbert. And this one here, the Mariners still struggling to score. That's why they're 6-10. They pitched pretty decently here. Hunter Green is a flamethrower for sure, and that team struggled to hit. I expect Hunter Green to have a big game. Logan Gilbert, I expect to have probably a low-scoring game, maybe 4-3, 4-2, something to that effect. So probably a lean towards the under in that particular matchup there. 9:40 Eastern time as well, 6:40 here in Phoenix. We got another game, Cardinals at the A's, Lance Lynn versus the Sears. Both teams 7-9 going into Monday. And apologize as the dog goes crazy, or dogs go crazy on that one there. Lance Lynn has pitched okay. He's due for a blow-up. I think the A's are going to sneak out the second game of this series. So we would lean a little bit towards the A's in that one. And then the last game up of the night, 10:10 Eastern time, 7:10 here in Phoenix. Nationals, Dodgers, game 2 of the set. Patrick Corbin, so it's national. Everybody get a hit day against Patrick Corbin with his 8 ERA and 0-2 record. Against the Dodgers, who haven't even announced a starter yet, it doesn't really matter. We're going to ride the Dodgers here, even though it's probably going to be -400 when this opens up. But we are on the Dodgers money line, and then on the run line, -1.5, 2.5, 3.5, and 4.5. Dodgers over the 5.5 team total. Dodgers -0.5 run first 3 innings. Dodgers -1.5 first 5 and first 7 innings. And then we're on 3 batters in this particular game. Betts, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. Will Smith, the catcher, home run, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 4+ total bases, and 2+ hits. Will Smith has got like a 1,700 OPS against Corbin, is the reason for an extra better 2 there on Smith. And Teoscar Hernandez, another right-hander, home run, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. Teoscar, not a ton of success off him as of yet. Mookie's like 3 for 10 with the homer against him, but Will Smith has beat the crap out of Patrick Corbin. So one more time, this Dodgers-National game. Dodgers money line, -1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5 on the run line. Dodgers over 5.5 team total. Dodgers -0.5 run first 3 innings, -1.5 run first 5 and first 7 innings. Betts, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Will Smith, homer, double, over 2.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 4+ total bases, and 2+ hits. Teoscar Hernandez, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. So at the end of every show that we do on YouTube, there will be a link to our Google Sheets. I've mentioned this before. It's also going to be on our social media channel, so if you're watching us on TikTok or something to that effect, you will see it on our profile as well. It reads Docs, Google, Spreadsheet, a bunch of other stuff behind it. This is a link to a ledger of all of our bets, what juice we got those at, how many units we wagered, what book we placed them at, then obviously the results. So if you want to see them spelled out in black and white, it does not get any easier than that. So make sure you do check out those Google Sheets when you get some time. And as always, if you could subscribe and get notifications to any of our social media platforms, it would greatly be appreciated. Makes life really simple. Once you hit that subscribe button or follow button, you'll be able to follow us. Like on YouTube, for example, once you hit the subscribe button, we'll be in the subscriptions tab. And if you want to make life even easier, turn on notifications to that social media platform. Every time we drop a new episode of Bets, you'll get a notification to your phone or device to let you know Sports Bets for Free has dropped a new episode of Bets. And we try to get those out in plenty of time to match them up with your bets and give you that ton of confidence you need heading to the betting app or betting window. I do appreciate everybody's support as always, and we look forward to seeing you on the next episode.